All right. So I had a couple questions on how we track our employees and what it is they do. So I thought I'd go ahead and do a short video on that. I think I've exceeded my bandwidth for my account with Jing, so I'm going to go ahead and use Camtasia on this one, and I'll upload it. So what you're looking at here is my tracking sheet that I have. This is what our project manager uses to check the work of the link builders that we have. I'm going to go across these real quick and show you what we have. Up here we've got the date, the profile set, or site, excuse me, the page rank of that, the pack name where it belongs, username, password, email, anchor text, the target URLs, and the active links. Alright, so, and then what we have here is set 89. I have these broken down into sets, so I tell our production manager that we need to do these sets, and he schedules them across the different employees. And so what we have here is this set, this group right here represents 2 hours worth of work. There's, I think, 22 profiles in here. Okay. Now, in each profile, there is 2 backlinks. And so if we come in here, these are the keywords that we're targeting. If you look up here at the top, you see self-directed IRA real estate and then basement waterproofing. All right, those are the ones that we're targeting for our particular companies. Now let me go over here and click on this. Let me hit pause for a minute. All right, here we are. And all I did was, the one thing I love about Google Documents is you just come over here and click on that. It gives you a hyperlink that you can go click. And this is an active link where the profile is. And so I can come here and check. And one of the things that we do on our profiles, we make sure there's an occupation. We make sure that, sorry about the interruption, the phone always seems to ring. So anyways, when we create our profiles, we like for them to have, you got a birth date down here. We like for them to have an occupation. We like for them to have interest and hobbies. The more information you can put in these, the better chance you are having these things stick. So, and then down here in the bio, you've got the keyword, which is anchor text. It's hyperlinked to where we want to go. And so we have both of them there. So that's, I mean, in a nutshell, that's what we have. I mean, it's real simple. All of our link builders are required to be able to build at least 10 profiles an hour. When we go back and check, here I'll pull another one up. I haven't looked at any of these, so let's pull one up and see what it looks like. When I go back and check, I want to see that we have our data in here. Now I'm going to go back and talk to this person about that. That's probably not something you want as an occupation if you're trying to do backlinks. But you see we've got an occupation here. We have a location. I'm not sure what I think about that, but hey. And then reading the Bible. And so we come down here and we look, and here are the different anchor text keywords. That's all there is to it. So what I have my guys do is the production manager gets the documents back from the link builders. We make sure that our reports are filled out properly. Our managers will go through and they'll select maybe 8 or 10 of these sites and do a spot check, and as long as everything looks good, then we don't go through and check all the links. If we check 8 or 10 sites and we see that we got 4 or 5 of them that are not correct, or we have a problem with them, then we go back in there and work on the employees. Let me show you something pretty cool that we use. Alright, this is a little website up here called LinkRR, and what's really cool about this is you can go copy those URLs, and all I did was just copy them right off the Google Documents. Click on Make Clickable, and so it will make them clickable. And then I check in here on all these that I want to go open. And now what it's going to do is it's going to open all of these at once. I'm going to pause this while it's opening them. Okay, what you can't see is all across the tabs up here, I have all of those sites opened. And so I can come in here and take a look, run the cursor over there, make sure we're linking to where we're supposed to. We are. Close that one, go on to the next one. Again, look and see. Close that one, go on to the next one. Close that one, go on to the next one. I think you get the picture here, right? Anyways, problem with opening all that crap up, then you gotta go close it. Anyways, these are the ones that I selected that we were taking a look at. Anyways, that's really it. We've set up a system of tracking and scheduling, and so I know exactly what it is they're supposed to do. I guess I'm gonna show you one more quick page. Sorry about the little delay there. Of course, you guys probably didn't have a delay since they had on pause. And we had to get rid of the names up here of our employees. Um, and what you run into, what we do is, this is, remember I showed you the profile sets, and this is what we assign. Um, this person was assigned 2 profile sets. They did 31 links. So I know that they're supposed to do 40, 20 apiece, but they didn't. So I know that they're a little bit short. And the reason being, this person's in training. So I expect that for the first couple of weeks. All right. I come over here. In this case, we have 4 profile sets assigned. So I should have 80 links. I have 130. Yeah, you got to like that. Again, another person over here in training. You can tell our people in training who have 1 or 2 sets to do. You come over here and look. These are the different sets that we have scheduled for that day. Okay. Most of our employees work just Monday through Friday, but occasionally we get some that would like to work on a weekend, so we try to make that available to them if they want to work on the weekends. So again, this is a quick way for me to go back and look and see how we're doing. This is an older sheet you see back in February. If I get employees that don't improve, like this one here, you see in the beginning they weren't doing so hot, but we come down here, 2 sets 46, 2 sets 38, 2 sets 38. We slacked up here and we slacked up here. So now I got to go back and find out why we did that, and if there's not a valid reason why we were slow, maybe the profiles that they were working with would just happen to have a bad set. So but ultimately what you want to see is, you want to see improvement, and you want to see that as the training goes on, that they're starting to come down here and get these. Now if you see, if we come down here in March, that same person who was having some issues, we're only 2 off here, we're 3 over here, we're 3 under here, 8 under here, 7 under, we got 4 over. So are they right there where I want to be? They're close. They're not exact, but they're close. This person here, I talk about paying bonuses. This person here probably did not get a bonus this month, or will not get a bonus this month. Whereas the person who gets all of them done will get a bonus. And I can tell you that some of these folks are no longer with us just because they don't improve like they're supposed to. Okay. This person here, 3, we got 73, 3, we got 88. I mean, they're far exceeding what it is that they're supposed to do. If I have somebody that calls in sick, all we'll do is reassign these to somebody else. Because you will find that you get a lot of people that don't make it for various reasons, internet problems, or family problems, or whatever it is they have. So anyways, this is kind of how I get a big picture of how everybody's doing. If I look over here and I see that I have an issue, then I talk with the project manager and say, okay, so what's the problem with this person? What do we need to do to get them up to speed? So hope that answered your question. I would like to tell you this is easy. It's not. Everybody says go out and hire VAs, make your life a lot easier. For the first month or 2, it's going to make your life hell trying to get everything set up and get everybody trained. But once you do get them trained, then the process is fantastic. And I think we've about got our content creation solved as well. And if that's the case, I'll show you the steps that we're doing on that to make that happen. So, have any questions? Fire them off.